What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So commonly people have asked me, how does weather actually work in Pokemon Go? Today we're gonna go through that. This is a basic video, but we'll talk about everything from how weather works to how weather affects Pokemon and even how to predict the weather and find out what weather you're gonna get in the future. Timestamps below as always, let's hop right into it. The first thing is gonna be, what is weather in Pokemon Go? Weather in Pokemon Go is pretty much an environmental condition that will affect things around you in Pokemon Go. When you're in Pokemon Go, you can find out the weather by clicking in the top right corner and it'll show you what the weather currently is. So right now it is cloudy weather. A certain weather condition will last a span of an hour. So an hour is the time span for a single weather condition. On the hour is when the weather will change. So currently right now it is 9:40, but at 10 a.m. it will go ahead and change to a different weather. Of course, the weather could stay the same, in which it could be cloudy 2 hours in a row. However, just note that on the hour is when the weather will change, if it is gonna change. There are 7 different types of weather. Let's go through real quick. First of all, we have sunny during the day / clear during the night. These are the icons you'll see in the top right corner. This is the images, and that weather will be boosting fire type, grass type, and ground type. We'll talk about what this means in a bit. We also have partly cloudy. These are the icons. It's either gonna be partly cloudy like this or like this, and then it's gonna boost normal and rock. We have cloudy / overcast, which is going to be just pretty much a cloud, and depending on if it's day or night, these will be the 2 icons. And then fairy, fighting, and poison are gonna be the boosted types. We have windy weather, which looks like this. Of course, these are 2 icons, and dragon, flying, and psychic will be boosted. We have rainy weather, which will be marked by the umbrella here. Bug, electric, and water will be boosted. We have foggy weather, which will be like the 4 lines like this. This is what it looks like. Dark and ghost type will be boosted. We have snowy weather, which will be a snowman, and we have these 2 types. Ice and steel will be the boosted types. Now, why I actually care about weather? Why does any of this matter? What is the whole point of it? Weather actually has some pros and cons to your gameplay. Let's talk about what those are right now. Starting with the pros, what weather will do will be increasing spawns for Pokemon that are currently weather boosted. Remember, we talked about those different types that were boosted during different conditions of weather. Well, during that weather, those types of Pokemon will be spawning more frequently in the wild. So if you're looking for water type Pokemon, then hunting during rainy weather might be in your best interest, because those water Pokemon will be more common in the wild. Not only that, but those Pokemon will actually be stronger. Weather will actually increase each Pokemon's initial spawn level by 5. So if that Pokemon during no condition of weather was gonna spawn at level 3, if it is weather boosted and that Pokemon is boosted by the weather, for example, a water type in rainy weather, it will be actually a level 8 spawn, so it'll generally be stronger. Weather boost test allows us to catch the highest level Pokemon in the wild, which is a max level of level 35. The highest level a Pokemon can spawn in the wild is normally level 30. However, if it's weather boosted by the current weather, then 35 is gonna be its level, and that's the highest possible levels Pokemon you can get in the wild. Not only that, but it will not allow you to catch level 1 Pokemon. Level 1 is the lowest level a Pokemon can spawn in the wild. However, during weather boost, it's impossible to find one of those because all of those level 1 Pokemons will be instantly brought to level 6. Weather also will affect the IVs of a Pokemon. Whatever Pokemon are weather boosted during that weather will have a new minimum IV floor of 444. You might be like, what's a minimum IV floor? Well, it's pretty much the lowest the IVs that Pokemon can be in the wild. So if that Pokemon was actually a 000 wild spawn, and if you caught it, it would have been a 000 IV. If that Pokemon gets weather boosted, it'll actually automatically be brought up to a 444 when you catch it. This makes it easier to catch higher IV Pokemon, since in general, the IVs are gonna be higher if that Pokemon is weather boosted, because the weather is gonna be increasing the IVs by a total of 4 points in each stat category. This also makes it very hard to find PvP IV Pokemon in the wild. If you don't know, you want low attack, high defense, high stamina when using Pokemon in the Go Battle League. And since the minimum IVs is 444 for each Pokemon, it's really hard to find that low attack because your IVs cannot go lower than 4 in weather boost. There are even more bonuses of weather Pokemon, and that's gonna be an increased Stardust per catch. You're gonna get times 1.25 Stardust from each Pokemon you catch in weather boost. So if you normally catch Pokemon and you get 100 Stardust during weather boost, you're getting 125. So if you are in need of Stardust, catching weather boosted Pokemon is also a great way, because you are gonna be getting a little more Stardust, and it does add up over time. So catch those weather boosted Pokemon. All of this stuff comes with a downside, and that's gonna be that weather boosted Pokemon are harder to catch. When going out and hunting weather boosted Pokemon, generally their circles are gonna be either orange or red, or just have a harder time staying in the Pokeball. So although you are getting all these great bonuses from weather boosted Pokemon, you do have to note that they are gonna be harder to catch in the wild. Finally, I just wanna add, you can tell it's a weather boosted Pokemon by that weathery icon around it. That pretty much means that Pokemon is weather boosted if you're looking for these Pokemon. I quickly wanna brush on how weather boost works for Pokemon from raid battles and rocket battles. Like I mentioned before, weather boosted Pokemon will be instantly brought up 5 levels. So if you defeat a raid boss and it is currently being boosted by the weather, instead of getting it caught at the initial level 20, which is the normal level you'll catch a raid boss at, you're actually gonna be catching level 25 raid bosses, so you can get level 25 legendaries from the get-go if you're catching them weather boosted. Also, Team Rocket Shadow Pokemon encounters are normally caught at level 8. However, during Weather Boost, you're getting them at level 13. So if you want to save a bit of Stardust on those really expensive Shadow Pokemon to power up, try hunting after the ones during Weather Boost so you can get yourself some higher level Pokemon. Now, another thing that Weather Boost does is going to be affecting moves in PvE. If you don't know, PvE is going to be player versus environment, which pretty much just stands for raids. And when you click on your Weather Boost, it's going to show you what Pokemon are boosted by the weather. Not only is this going to affect the Pokemon that you're catching in the wild, but it'll also affect the moves that your Pokemon know. You can come in your search bar and you can search at weather, and this will show you all the Pokemon that know moves that are currently being boosted by the weather. When I come down to this metal here, it shows you superpower, and at the bottom, it shows you a weather boost. Moves that are currently being boosted by the weather are going to be doing 20% more damage in raids. So for example, this Champ here, the counter and dynamic punch, both these moves are actually doing 20% more damage in raids. This is great when you're going up against a raid boss, which is weak to the types that are currently boosted by the weather. For example, if it was sunny weather right now, which would increase fire type Pokemon, I could go up against a Genesect, which is double weak to fire, and I would be doing loads amount of damage because all my fire type attacks will be doing 20% more damage. But you also have to think of it as the defensive side, because not only will you be doing more damage, but also weather boost does actually affect the raid boss's moves. For example, in cloudy weather, fighting type Pokemon are currently being boosted. And if I'm going up against a Mega Gengar, which knows the fighting type move Focus Blast, I will be taking 20% more damage from every Focus Blast that the raid boss does throw at me. And raid bosses hit hard already, so it's going to be hitting super hard. So always be wary of what moves the raid boss has. Those moves are actually affected by the weather as well. However, raid boss's healths do not get increased in the weather. So we might be like curious, if you're going in cloudy weather against a Mega Gengar. Mega Gengar is a poison type Pokemon. Is that Mega Gengar going to be harder to take down? Well, no, weather boost is not actually going to affect the health of the Mega Gengar. It's only going to affect the moves that the Mega Gengar actually knows. Now, before I talk about how to predict the weather and how weather is actually decided, I quickly want to go over a couple special scenarios in weather. Snapshot encounters and research encounters are not affected by the weather. So if you're trying to take a snapshot encounter and trying to get that weather boost, it won't actually affect it. So weather boost does not affect those types of encounters. Also, cast form is actually influenced by the weather. Depending on what weather it is, cast form will have a different form. There's rainy weather cast form, sunny cast form, all that stuff. So if you are looking for a specific cast form, you do have to hunt it during a specific weather, as well as Cherim, which has 2 different forms, and one of them is only available in the sunny weather. Finally, you can only evolve Goomy into Goodra if you evolve it in rainy weather. So you have to wait till the weather is rainy to evolve it, or you can go near a rainy lure. Okay, with that being said, let's talk about how weather is actually decided in Pokemon Go. How do you predict the weather and all that? Now, what I'm about to tell you is not, sound science, but it has been tested by the majority of the Pokemon Go community, and this is what the community thinks. You're gonna want to download the app AccuWeather, which is probably the most accurate version of telling what the weather is gonna be and how the weather is decided. The theory is pretty much the day before, Pokemon Go takes the weather from AccuWeather, pretty much sets it in game so that that's what the weather is gonna be the next day. No matter if the prediction is completely off, the weather has already been set the day before, so that's what it's gonna be. For example, here I can go ahead and look at all the weathers, and if I come down to Monday, because today is Sunday, I can take a screenshot of all this weather, and if you want to go ahead and compare it to what the weather actually is tomorrow, it most likely will be pretty much 100% accurate. This allows you to pretty much plan your times on when you're going to be going out and hunting a Pokemon. So for example, tomorrow, at 8 a.m. is going to be cloudy weather. I can pretty much know that if I want to go and hunt some Ralts in the wild, because Ralts is a fairy type and fairy types are boosted in cloudy weather, I can just wait till 8 a.m. tomorrow morning and go out and hunt some because the weather most likely will be cloudy. Again, Niantic hasn't come out and told us that this is what they use. However, it's been tested, and pretty much all the time the weather is pretty accurate. That's pretty much the reason why the weather can be so inaccurate sometimes, is because it's decided the night before. So no matter if the weather completely changes the day of, the weather in game won't change. It's already been decided the night before. Download AccuWeather if you want to have a prediction of what the weather is going to be. I've been testing it the last couple days, and it's been pretty much accurate the whole time. Now, if the weather is inaccurate, there is actually a way of reporting it that not a lot of people know about. You can click on the weather in the top right corner, click the little exclamation point, and you can say if the weather is not accurate. For example, right now it's actually raining outside, but it tells me it's actually cloudy in game. So I can just click, the weather is not accurate at all, click submit, and then pretty much if enough people do that, maybe the weather will change. I'm not exactly sure how this peeling system works. With that being said, guys, that's pretty much all there is to know about weather. If you have any questions or if there's anything I missed, please comment them below, guys. I really appreciate y'all watching. Hope you guys learned something from this video. We're gonna see you in the next one. Follow for more tips. Peace.